What do you do when a trade goes against you at 81x leverage? I'm going to show you because it happened to me. The first thing is when you go in at cross leverage, which I recommend cross, and you only use wallet management. I would say 40 to 50% of your wallet goes into the trade. At 81x, we need the speed. You can't do it at 50x. This morning, we blew. The morning AM pump was crazy. It blew us past 107,000. Let me take you in my free Discord. Those of you lucky enough to be inside, I update you in real time. We were at 104. Look, this morning at 4:21 a.m. I was here. I told them, watch out. AM pumps are coming. And then I made them a video on how not to get liquidated on the new exchange called 2Bit. And then I said, AM pumps incoming, almost 106. Critical times of day. We have the times listed when Bitcoin pumps and dumps. If you can get into my free Discord, the link is in the description box below the video. I say if because most people are not smart enough to find the link. I'm trading in real time. Green, high velocity break. Epic price action, 107 incoming at 10:55 a.m. I won them. And we blew forward. Now, there's one thing you need to learn. It only goes up and down. At one point, I told them, if you're in a short, let it pass. These are only waves. Look, waves up. This 1 hour chart is perfect. Waves down. Let me take you and show you what happened. I was in a short when that tsunami hit and brought us over 107. Now people are getting liquidated. 106 is going to break. These waves only pass so long. And that short caught me. Once I'm down $2,300, I'm not going to close the trade. Because I know it only goes up and down like waves. No music, you must listen. It only goes up and down like waves. It only takes a moment to win. I was down 75%. AM pump hit. Why was I short? I have a bias. I come clean. It's easier to get richer shorting. I love it. But I can make money in any condition. Most people, if they're down, they see that pump. They think it's never going to end. They forget the basic law of trading. On the short term, small time frames, it only goes up and down. It only pumps and dumps. I teach people this in my private consultation. That is linked in the description box. It's explained fully, actually. You don't have to go anywhere. Just click show more under the video. If I close at $2,300 down, I give up any chance to win. I hand somebody my money because I'm afraid. We had to go over we had to hit almost 108 for me to be liquidated. Knowing that and that it only goes up and down, I decided to take my chances. It went against me hard. I was down 99%. But being on cross leverage and on the new 2Bit exchange, where everything is controllable, even at 81x, I'm nowhere near being liquidated. I stop staring. I leave. I go to the gym. And now in real time, as I come back and I stand before you, if I would have closed the trade here and gave them 100% down out of fear, nothing else, okay, I would have gave them $2,500. In real time, as people are getting liquidated right now, I am only down, I survived all of that. I'm only down $1,500. Look, from being down almost $4,000. Do you think I'm going to come back? I think so. So this, look, 15, 16 just broke, okay? Just broke. People are now bleeding out. What they thought was a new bull run, an all-time high, was just a wave. Part of how I make people great traders, and you could see it if you join my free Discord, I just want you to go down to the Oracle testimonial room here and just scroll. This goes back 8 years. But these are the newest ones. Look at Mikey Boy, 39% Bitcoin short. Francis, dear friend of the community, 25% Bitcoin short. GB has been with me for years. He's got my back like a brother. 25% short. Now, guys, you got to be at 81x to have the speed. The magic comes in the 3K gap. When I win my trade, I'll show you. Some of us, like the Deer Coffeetographer, are so good they can go altcoins. Big Shine, Toyster, ATM, 31% Bitcoin long. We make money in any direction. Rockaboy. Rockaboy hasn't had my consultation. He's invited to our home for free, like you can be. And he's here learning. It doesn't cost him anything. Do you know I have people here for 5, 6, 7 years? Yeah. A community like no other. You won't see memes and nonsense. You won't even hear predictions. Everybody is learning my strategic strategies and how I play the game. Did you know the greatest tool you could ever have? People are getting wrecked. Bleeding out. The greatest tool you could ever have in your pocket is the Coinbase 1 hour chart. You know why? Wave theory. Oracle wave theory. It only goes up and down. And we even know the numbers by the coordinates, we call it, of when it's going to go up to the next whole number, like 107, or break down to 105. This is no TA. This is tactical awareness. Technical analysis is a horoscope of crypto, which makes no sense. We want to know what's going to happen in the immediate future. I knew these people were going to get wrecked. So I knew that even though they pumped against me with all they had, and I was down 106%, just stopped staring and I went to the gym. If you stare at it, it affects your psychology, your endorphins, your dopamine. You're in fear that, oh my God, it's going to keep going up. No, it only goes up and down. I was checking the 15-minute time frame. I was down 106%. On isolated, you would have been liquidated. And right now, where do I stand on 2-bit? Look at that. On some exchanges, they false wick you. Oh my God, people, I'm only down $1,200. So where do you choose to get off? Where is your mental toughness? Where do you decide to give them your money? This is going to go green. You stay with me. I'm going to show you something so you get the analogy of Oracle wave theory. Oh my God, look at this. The first break, the first red on the 1 hour. I waited for this. I knew they would fail. People, this is incredible. We are going to beat this. Look, hold on. All right, we're only down 45%. So now I could chill. I'm far away from liquidation. They broke down. This is the 2-bit exchange. It's linked below. It's better. It's faster. It's easier to beat. They don't trade against us. Try it. Open an account. It's simple. I created an entire playlist for this. This is an epic exchange. I vet all of them. This is one of the best. I was waiting for us to go red. No pump or dump lasts forever, but you need to. You need to structure your trades, your wallet management the way I teach you. And you know what? We don't even need BitMEX charts anymore, because their charts right here under light perpetual are so good. Look right here, you can set up the time. Edit. You want the 6 hour to the 1 hour. Hold on, edit. 6 hour or 1 hour. You can take the 15-minute, 3-minute, and 1 minute. Why? Save it so you can see the waves. The only thing we don't have here is the liquidation site. Now, I have a VPN running and a lot of windows open, and a lot of people are signing up for this. You can see there's a little bit of a lag. So in a trade like this, okay, you have to, first of all, I start off with whatever I send to the exchange I'm willing to lose. I know the parameters of my equipment and what it takes to get liquidated. I don't sit here and watch this all day. I will use the greatest tool I taught you, my people helping each other. And when you're brand new, you know what you are? A Smurf. Yeah, Smurf, you're in blue. All the people have my consultation are in green, and we help each other. But let me take you to daily trade updates and show you. This is your most important tool. If you have this Coinbase app in your hand, even if you're not logged in, this 1 hour chart can tell you when you need to go check on your trade or not. This is what you do when you're down. You don't stare at your trade. Going through a trade in the waves it's like this, but you can be prepared if you create the 3K gap. Where do I get this from? And I've explained it in other videos, all right? But, you know, it used to be we would never move even $1,000 in a day. That was huge. But that was when Bitcoin was 50,000. Now, we not only move $2,000 in a day, we move it in an hour. So you want a $3,000 gap between you and liquidation, okay? I don't quite have that here in this instance, right? Let's see. Liquidation is now like 108, and we're at 105.9, and it's, yeah, I'm $2,000 away exactly. I could have a better gap, but it is what it is, okay? So on the 1 hour, we're seeing the same weakness. Look, you could see our first candle come down here. There you go. Absolutely perfect, perfect, perfect. And altcoins, I never seen so many altcoins. Again, I don't trade. When I come up here, I don't do the USDTM. I don't do USDC. I like light perpetual. I never waste my personal dopamine on demo trading, and I never use bots, ever. Let me show you what this is all about. See, and this is why people lose. You know, you got to understand. If you close a trade out of fear when you're down $3,000, you're handing someone that $2,700 or $3,000, whatever it is. It only goes up and down. Yes, it went over 107, but it didn't go near my liquidation price, which was almost 108. It made the biggest move it could, and now they are bleeding out from that pump, okay? Now we're not even near 107. We just lost 107. We lost 106. Now we're bleeding out 105, and red's coming. This is how I beat most trades. Even at extreme leverage, yes, look, of 81x, extreme leverage. This is cross. This is the future. When I first started trading, nobody told me about cross or isolated or the difference. You need the, look, isolated gives you a fixed liquidation price. You need to be on the right exchange. That's not going to screw you either, okay? And it also, cross gives you a floating liquidation price. Isolated is fixed. You need the floating liquidation price because, once again, I bring you back to wave theory. Okay, all this does is pump and dump, but this is the ocean. These are the waves. Okay, and sometimes they get real ferocious and pump against you. And you got to be able to go ahead and survive that. And let me show you Oracle wave theory. We know the times of day when Bitcoin's going to pump and dump. If you have enough leverage, you have the speed to go ahead and make it through these, but you need wallet management so you don't get wrecked. Cross leverage allows you the elasticity to survive something like I just survived, the dreaded AM pump. It was green singularity against me, green on the 6 hour, green on the 1 hour, but I didn't add to a loser. I didn't over leverage my trade. I was at the perfect speed, 81x. And unlike others who get liquidated and wrecked, I was on cross leverage with proper wallet management. And here I am at the top of the hill when they don't make it and they get wrecked. You know, it only goes up and down. And we're still in the trade. And I can hold that trade. The trick is don't stare. Never stare. Check on it. Know your limitations and have no fear. I hope this helped all of you to defeat the great demons of liquidation. Have a nice day.